Hi, this is Shelly Byrne with the Mayfield Messenger, here with a bonus recipe to go along with my Moms in a Hurry cooking column. That publishes the first Sunday of every month in the Mayfield Messenger. Today for our bonus recipe, we are making 2-ingredient homemade ice cream, the perfect treat for a hot summer day. So our first ingredient is going to be a soft drink. Drew, I have 3 for you to choose from today. I have cream soda, strawberry crush, and grape crush. Which flavor would you like for your ice cream?
I think I like this.
The cream soda, okay. I'll loosen the lid for you. Would you please pour 2 cups of this cream soda into this cup right here? The only other ingredient this takes is a can of sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in here in our container.
This job makes me thirsty.
The job makes you thirsty? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is homemade ice cream. I know a lot of you may see flavors like the strawberry and grape and go, well, is this actually a sherbet? There's actually a definition difference between sherbet and ice cream that not a lot of people know. Sherbet contains just a splash or so of milk, whereas ice cream is about 10% milk fat. It doesn't actually have anything to do with fruit at all. Now, one thing that does have something to do with fruit is sorbet, which sounds and is spelled very similar to sherbet. Sorbet is nothing but fruit and sugar and water. And it has a very different consistency. There's no dairy in it at all for that. But this is ice cream. So I'm going to need you to take your cream soda here and pour that right here into the sweetened condensed milk, and I will whisk it. Okay. The carbonation inside the soda makes it light and fluffy. Now, for an ice cream base like this to turn into a good ice cream, it's important to have this as cold as possible. About an hour in the refrigerator will work, or maybe about 30 minutes in the freezer. So I'll be putting this there and chilling it before it goes into my ice cream mix. Thank you, Drew, for your help.
You're welcome.
So this is my ice cream maker. Now, I grew up with an ice cream maker that used a hand crank and that you had to put ice cream salt in. This isn't like that. This is an electric model. I'll take it apart so you can see. It has a dasher in it. And this is what mixes the ice cream. So you may be wondering, why do you need an ice cream maker at all to make homemade ice cream? Why can't you just put your mix straight in the freezer? The difference is that when it freezes, if it doesn't have an agitator like this in it, it isn't churned, the ice crystals are too large. And instead of really creamy ice cream, you end up with something that's more icy and gritty in texture. This ice cream mixture, the whole bowl, is normally kept inside the freezer. It's got a gel in the in-between layers, sort of like an insulated cup. Now you'll notice this is very thin for right now. This is actually an orange crush ice cream I made. And it doesn't need to look very thick. It's still going to go in the freezer, but now that it's gotten to this part, where it's just like slightly melted soft serve ice cream, you can see, those ice crystals have already formed, so it won't do any harm now putting it in the freezer for the last step. And it does take a little while in the freezer. You're looking at probably a good 4 to 6 hours in the freezer for this. I'm going to switch over now, and Paul is going to show you how to scoop this frozen ice cream out and what the finished product looks like. Here you go, Paul. And let me go get the ice cream right out of the freezer for you. Now, for this, I have used a yellow soda and made our ice cream. You could use Sundrop or Mountain Dew. Something I haven't talked about as much is diet soda. And it's not a good idea to use diet soda in this particular ice cream because it can come out with some sort of strange flavors at the end. But this turns out just wonderful, I think. This has been in the freezer right about 4 hours. Now, if you do leave it in the freezer a little longer before you enjoy your homemade ice cream, you may need to get a cup with some hot water in it and dip your ice cream scoop in that hot water as you scoop it, and that will help your ice cream to come free easily. Let me get a close up here. You can see what Sundrop ice cream looks like. So that is my easy to make 2-ingredient homemade ice cream. Now this recipe, you can use any kind of ice cream freezer that you happen to have. But it just takes 2 ingredients and a little time. I hope you enjoy this recipe.